What's up, guys? Welcome back. Bloodbath Racing Channel. Out here in the shop again, Memorial Day. We had a good day racing yesterday. You guys will see the footage. We ended up losing to Plum Crazy, the guy we beat last week. But, you know, that's drag racing. Had a problem with my transmission cooler. It wasn't cooling the transmission for the first couple passes. We didn't realize it. The pump was just airlocked and it wasn't pumping, so we didn't know. Fluid got burned up a little bit and the car slowed down a bunch, converted in a couple, and just because the fluid was burned up. So I was out here changing the fluid today, and I don't know if you guys saw my video last week. Most of you probably did. I made a, good Lord, it's bright out here. I made a drain pan, or I'm sorry, a catch pan, or a under tray, whatever you want to call it, for to catch leaks under the transmission. That's it right there. Made it out of an old plastic drain pan because it's just what I had. Well, I had to take it off to change the trans fluid today, and I was out running some errands. Went to Agri Supply and Tractor Supply. I went to O'Reilly's, get some transmission fluid, which I'll show you guys what I use here in just a second. But when I was in Agri Supply, I saw these drip pans, like you just throw under your car, you know, if it's got a minor leak or something like that. And I was like, man, that's almost the perfect dimensions to make an undershield out of. So I grabbed two of them, 10 bucks a piece, and stuck them up there and mocked them up, and they fit pretty good. I think it's going to work really well. So I just, you know, it's kind of, you know, it's par for the course around here, but I just welded them together to make one big drip pan, and got them fitted up there. I got a, you know, we got a lift in the trailer now, so I'm doing most of the work in here. As you can see, I just put a crossbar in on the K-member. That's going to capture the front of it. It'll come right under here and hug the pan. I just have this bungee here to hold it up for a mock-up kind of. And then the two are welded together in the center, and then there's 4 studs here on the corners of the transmission pan. I got rubber washers there and rubber washers on the bottom, and I'll put pig mat under this portion of the pan, pig mat under the transmission to absorb any fluids that leak out, because transmission does leak a little bit. I don't know where the heck it's coming from, somewhere up on the lines, or, you know, this thing's got 2 dump valves on the side of the servo. It's got stuff everywhere, but it's leaking a little bit. Engine, I mean, thanks LS Nasty, Small Block Ford Nasty, my guys over there, we got a really nice piece now. The engine hasn't been leaking any at all. I mean, it's, aside from that injector failure, it's been super fast with a really safe tune-up. I mean, thing is performing incredible. TKM put together a bad piece. Couldn't do it without my guys over at LS Nasty, Small Block Ford Nasty. But that's where we're at. I just had this thing apart, changing trans fluid. Wanted to show you guys my my little drip pan there I built. I'm gonna get it put up there. I still got to trim my little crossbar here. You see it's hanging over like a mile. But got to get that doctored up. Want to show you guys a couple of trade secrets here. For one, if you have a converter that's a little bit loose, and you maybe want to tighten it up 100 or 200, right? I don't know if you're running, you know, type F or hydraulic fluid, you know, you change the viscosity of the fluid and it'll tighten the converter a little bit. I've had it change them as much as 400 or 500 RPMs a flash. But what we use for fluid is, I actually use a hydraulic fluid. I use Castrol Blue Hydraulic Plus. One of the local O'Reilly stores carries it most of the time. Most of them don't, but they can get it for you. It's like $80 or $90 for 5 gallons, which is pretty par for the course for transmission fluid. But that tightens it up a little bit. But it's not a lot different than Type F, a little bit. But it holds up to heat much better than any of the other hydraulic fluids I've used. And it doesn't smell like John Deere High Guard when it's burnt. If you guys have ever smelt that with turbo cars out there, it's horrible. Like, it's almost as bad as gear oil. It's atrocious smell. But I use this stuff right here on occasion. If I want to tighten the converter up a little bit, this stuff is like super thick. I mean, it's like almost like 90 weight. I don't know what the weight is. They don't give you. a weight on it, but if I can get this lid off here, I'm going to show you guys just how thick this stuff is. This stuff is like, you can see how thick it is, kind of. I mean, it's like honey. You see this, see how stringy it is? Like, this stuff is really thick. And they say it lowers temperature. I don't log transmission temperature to verify or deny that. But I will say it will tighten the converter up in a split second. So if you need to make a change at the track, you can just pour like a quart of that stuff in there, and it'll make a pretty drastic change for you. I don't put a whole lot in there, but I'll put like a quart. And that'll tighten it up, you know, a little bit. See if that's a change you want to make, maybe something temporary, just to see if you want to have your converter tightened up, or as a permanent fix, you know, if you got a little loose converter. But here's the fluid we use. You see my Volkswagen Beetle. That's my daily driver. Assault vehicle Beetle. Commuter car. It's a diesel, so it gets 40 some miles a gallon. It's one of the sacrifices we make so we can afford to race on the level we do. Drive a hoopty. So, but this is the stuff. It's Castrol Blue Hydraulic Plus. The part number on it is 40247. You can search it. I know you can buy it on Amazon, but O'Reilly's can order it for you for sure. Like I said, it's like 90 bucks for 5 gallons. But, you know, as far as automatic transmission fluids go, that is, that's what, 18 bucks a gallon. And that's, you know, roughly $4.50 a quart, which is pretty par for the course, I think, for transmission fluid. But that stuff works really well, and it doesn't stink. It holds up good to heat, which is important for us turbo guys. I'm trying to get this thing open here, but it's blue like windshield washer fluid until I get a hold of it, and then it's black if I don't get my trans pump working properly. There we go. Got the lid open on this joker. The 5 gallons makes it a little difficult to deal with, you know, because it's in a 5-gallon bucket. But you see, this stuff is like baby blue. It literally looks like windshield washer fluid, but it holds up to heat really well. So that's why we use it. My pump wasn't working for like 4 passes. This thing doesn't have a cooler of any kind on it. So, you know, it's just like 4 passes. As fast as we get the engine cooled down, we were right back up there making another attempt. Fought a little bit of issues, which I don't know how much my wife and son went over it in the video. I was just crazy busy. We had an injector plug come off again, which I think we got that cured. The little spring clips that hold the plugs on the injector were weak, so we took those off and tightened those up. And we took the little waterproof grommets out of the plug because, you know, it's not like we're going to be driving this thing in a tsunami. We ain't worried about it being waterproof necessarily. But they seemed like they were fighting the plug to stay on the injector a little bit, those grommets, so we just pulled them out. Tightened the clips up on them, and we didn't have any more issues. But, you know, just the pump cost us more or less. By the time we caught the issue, the fluid was burned up. So, you know, we just didn't, had no way anticipating it would fall off that much. I mean, it fell off like 2/10 almost. And, you know, that's huge. You can't make that up. So, you know, it is what it is. That's drag racing. I mean, we got around Tumpy last week in the Plum Crazy car. He got us this week. Hated we didn't get to go to the finals. I really wanted to put a good race on for the fans. Me and Jason Tyson were, you know, unless we drew each other, we were, I would say, in strong contention for being in the finals against each other. And we had, I'm pretty sure, you know, it's not official, obviously, because we were on no time, but I think we traded the track record back and forth a couple times yesterday, and we were definitely going to demolish it if we drew each other. So, you know, just good times. The track was incredible at Thunder Valley. DJ putting on a great race down there. Them guys got the track like better than it's ever been in history, I think. And, you know, if you guys, any of you live in North Carolina, around Lumberton area, Red Springs, Thunder Valley Raceway. Man, the track was amazing. The 28's Gone Wild series. If you guys are around there, come out and check it out. But I just want to give you guys a little, give you a rundown of what happened yesterday, show you what I'm up to in the shop. Little tech info on the Castrol Blue Hydraulic Plus and the Lucas hydraulic booster that'll tighten the converter up a little bit. Might be something to help you guys out. Appreciate you guys, following along. Subscribe, like, comment on the videos, please. We got links to some merchandise below. My boys over at SBF Nasty, their link will be below. Go over and get your small block Ford Nasty shirts. That's about it, guys. That's pretty much all we got for today. I'm going to put my drip pan back up here and show you guys what it looks like on there completed, and get some fluid in this thing, pull it out and do a little maintenance, fix some stuff up, and be ready to go again.